Alright. We are going live, folks. Just a minute early here. We're going to be returning to the Frostbitten Realms, my Snowball Earth playthrough. And in my last stream of this, I figured out why I hadn't been seeing any variation in seasons and weather and temperature and all that, besides just, longitude and latitude stuff. And that's because I'd actually set it to always winter in my world creation, and I figured out that I could change that to actually allow the seasons to pass. So we'd have a slightly warmer time of year, since it's supposed to be middle of summer anyways. I have since fixed that in my settings, and that's why we're starting to see seasons. So, there we are. Give me 1 second. Yep, alright. So now we're here in our potential new home, watching the goblins wander by, and listening to the rain for the first time in the game. We have rain. We have caribou. We have cattails. We have trees. And somewhere over there there's penguins. I can hear them. But right now we're going to get rid of this goblin, and that sounds like an elephant or something over there in the distance. Had to get rid of that goblin there. See if he drops anything. Answer is no. But we're going to sit here. We're going to figure out where we want to set up our camp. We're going to get established. I've got a little chest right here of all the seeds I have found in various manners and brought with me. And we're going to need to plant some crops and things and get some food going other than, like, killing caribou. Especially if we're going to try and build that little trader camp like I've been talking about with one of the mods I've been running. So, let's get started here. First things first, I'm going to need to make another shovel. Shovel. There we go. And I'm also going to need to put my bedroll somewhere, because in this I don't have any temporal gears, so I can't, like, create a spawn point that way. I'm having to use a mod that allows us to set a new spawn point using a bedroll or bed. Like, I haven't even been able to get into the Copper Age yet because I haven't had enough time to sit around and do panning and stuff. Just because of how, obscenely dangerous the cold has been. We're going to get some dirt here. We're going to set us up a little fortified area to kind of live in. I think, I'm going to incorporate this little bit of rock here sticking up into it. Maybe use that as, like, my cooking spot. But we're just going to flatten this little spot right here out, because this will be a good area to set up our house. Because we have access to water, which means we have access to fishing, which will get us a semi-constant source of food. And welcome to the stream, folks. We're back in my Snowball Earth playthrough. And look, we actually have something other than snow. We have rain. With it being a nice, and in my playthrough, relatively warm. What's that over there? Some sort of large animal over there. Relatively warm, 39.2 degrees Fahrenheit, which is pretty good. For those who speak Celsius, that's right around 3 or 4 degrees Celsius. We got another trader at the end of the lake, too. You can kind of see him there. Good to know. Alright. We can get back to building here before we get too distracted. Definitely hearing, like, a mammoth or something over there. Alright. Welcome to the stream, folks. Again, if you have questions, feel free to ask. I'm going to do something with that red meat. Alright, we've got some packed earth. Go ahead and do rammed earth, just because I like the way the rammed earth looks better. Alright. Let's go ahead and get a little shack type thing here going. Just a little something to get us started off. Now, I'll expand it as we get further along. Now, I am going to have to be careful about how I build the roof part of it, because I do have the realistic smoke mod installed, so if I'm not careful, I can smother myself and my fire. Which is why I'm going up at least 3 high here. Alright. Let's see here. How about I do this? There we go. So what I'm going to do is do that. And I'm going to dig this block of dirt out. There we go. Just take off this next area of dirt over here. Get a little bit more building material. Because we kind of, after my long journey south, we kind of have to almost start over here. But it's going to be worth it. There we go. I'm going to take the rest of this off. Get myself a nice flat area. Yep. That is a dead shovel. Alright, let's grab some grass here. Get inside real quick. Set us up a campfire real quick. There's definitely some sort of like large elephant type creature over there. There we go. Right. Can't do that until I get... So I got some rammed earth left. There we go. Alright. So let's see here. Let's do that. And that. Let me get a torch out just so I can see what I'm doing. Then what I think I'll do... I'm going to move these up a little bit. Oh my goodness, that penguin. That penguin. Yeah, so we'll do this. Come along here. There we go. Alright, let me get to the outside here. Hello, penguins. How are you? Alright, so let's do this and that. That we can get on the roof here. Because what I'm going to do is do just a row like that to give myself a smoke channel. And then just to make sure I don't get anything in here that I don't want in there. We'll do that. Throw a block down there. Give us nice easy access. There. And then I can just throw a block down, keep things out. And now, if I light my fire, it doesn't go out. And realistic smoke mod should allow the smoke to escape. Until I can get an actual chimney made. Nice. Alright, let's cook some food. And also, let's put down our bedroll so I have a space to respawn. Yeah, I can't get enough of the cold. Look, we actually have seasons, though, now. Because I fixed the permanently winter thing. How you doing, Davik? You doing good today? Good. Set my spawn point there. Actually, I will sleep through the night here in a second. What time is it? Yeah, it's almost late enough to sleep in the game. That's right. I don't have my rolling pin anymore. I had to lose that during the journey. But yeah, no, we finally returned to the Snowball Earth series. I was a little worried that, my world wasn't going to load up because I had a problem when I fixed the whole seasons thing, that it did not like some of the changes there. Severing up, but you're good otherwise? Fair enough, man. Fair enough. Alright, let's sleep through the night so we can get some light and keep planning out what we're going to do, because we've got a lot of things to do if we're going to make this series a quote-unquote success. Because remember, the goal is to build a trader settlement. Alright, there we go. Let's see here. I'll just keep those with me. Have a little pine nut breakfast here. Actually, I'll eat the charred meat instead. There we go. I should really make a pelt, or some bear armor out of that pelt. Alright. So let me pick up my chest here. We're going to go put that in the house. Just put it like right here. There we go. What else do I have? Do I have anything in here that I can switch out? Dwarf cones, dwarf cones. I should plant some of these dwarf cones. Let me go do that real quick, just so I've got, like, a food source nearby. Actually, let me do the smart thing and grab this grass first. There we go. Cannot plant this. Oh, I guess I can't plant these. What are these? Can I plant these? Nope. Well, that's unfortunate. Alright. I guess I have to get the cuttings. Alright, so I guess these are just food. Right. Actually, let me try something. Nope. Alright, well. I'll just have a nice stack of, these here dwarf pine nuts to eat then, instead of using the pine cones to plant them. It's alright. Get there. I know how to get more of them. Alright, so we've got a fox. Start exploring our territory a little bit. See what we've got to work with. Because we're going to need to find copper. A dead penguin. Oh, I'll take what the fox didn't get. Which was feathers. Oh, we got our pelt, though. Pelt's useful. Alright. You hear that over there? It's loud. Let's kind of sneak over here. Should get a spear out just in case, because I've been seeing a lot of goblins in this area. bet they're going to be just up here. Yep, there they are. Mammoths. Now, I think those are supposed to be tameable. What are these? Juniper bushes. Oh, some of these are ripe. Oh, I can take cuttings of these just like I can with the dwarf pines. That's interesting. Alright. Grab. Just have that up. Any more of these got some right? Yeah, we hear you. We hear you. Got you. Are these edible, though? No. What can we use these for? Alright. Juniper water. What's juniper water for? Juniper wine. Plus sweetened water becomes juniper water. And then... Interesting. Aged juniper wine. Okay. Huh. So I can make booze out of these, basically. That's really all they're good for. Well, I'll just paint. There we go. I'll just plant that there. Yeah, that is loud food. It's still too cold for the cranberries. We're gonna leave those alone because I'm not gonna try and hunt those. Those would kill us. But I do want to look around, see what else I can find. It would help if I also marked my new home. There we go. Or I get lost out here. Alright. We got some quartz over here. Got a cave here. Unfortunately, caves are not safe in this setting. Because I did not turn off drifters and all that. Got my stump there. Yeah, I might try to tame one of those at some point, but I don't know if I want to deal with all the, like, noise. Got caribou, though. Lots of caribou. Oh, goodness. Oh, we got a shiver. Give me a shiver. You really came out of that cave to bother me. Well, I'll take your rusty gear then, Shiver. It's mine now. And we got flint in the granite here. That Shiver ran, like, deep. Alright, well, guess that Shiver didn't want none. Acted like he wanted some. Let's see if I can't get out of these bushes here. Lots of flint around here. Not necessarily a bad thing. But the flint is unfortunately not what I'm looking for. Let's see about getting some cattails, though. Because there are some cattails in the area. And I feel really bad because I ate a whole bunch of cattail roots just trying to survive this whole journey south thing. There we go, got that cattail. What is that? Oh, is that like an orc? Yeah, it is. That was a... Nope, that was a hunter goblin. Take his axe. So my axe. We got some Bodhi's foil here. That's good. I feel like I'm missing some resources. Alright, well, let's see here. First things first. It's control shift. Put the axe down. I probably don't need 2 spears. What about you? Can I put you down? Yes, I can. Alright. Let's put this down. And put the firewood down. There we go. Put the bear pelt down. There we go. Got a rug. Now, eat these berries here real quick. Save some inventory space. Let's see here. These are fresh for 70 days, so we'll eat the meat first. I'm going to go down here and see what kind of trader this is down here. There we go. Okay, we'll grab some more cattails while we're on the way. Hey, this is that cave I marked. Alright. Oh, by the way, I finally learned how to make a trot line in this game using the primitive survival mods. I figured it out in my multiplayer server. There we go. What's this? What's this? This is sea berries. Alright. Nothing here. Those are flowering. Empty. Now these, can I take... Yes, I can. A trot line or a trowel line. Here, I'll show you in the handbook. It's primitive survival. Where are we? Primitive survival, quick start. Let's see here. Trapping, fishing. So, yeah, a trot line. Right there. It's a type of fishing line. Basically, you run a long length of string across a body of water with hooks on it. To catch multiple fish at once, basically. Or to increase your odds of catching fish. Need a new knife. You see them sometimes around in like rivers here in the area I live. People sometimes run them. They're not supposed to. Yeah, and those are added by the primitive survival mod. I do have some cattails. Perfect. So we can get some more storage chests, and I can make some rope. I can make some armor. There we go. Grab some more of these bush cuttings, because I'm going to take... No, I keep forgetting. Those are sharp. Well, yes, the berries are safe to eat. The bushes themselves are sharp. But yeah. Trot lines. The whole thing. My father used to find them when he was a kid and stuff. Well, not necessarily a kid, but when he was a younger man. And used to go out and do a lot of like scuba diving and stuff here in the area around us where we live. He would occasionally find them, and depending on if they were how they were set up, he might get rid of them or he might just leave them be. Well, he did cut one day that he found, just because the person who was running it was definitely not going to want the thing they caught, and the thing they caught was not going to be Like, it wasn't something you're going to bring in and release. It was a giant snapping turtle. It was not having anybody's nonsense, because my father tried to free it, and it was not having it. But snapping turtles around here are particularly mean critters. Like, very much not friendly. Okay, so these cranberry bushes are warm enough to grow down here. I guess it's just up on that hill. It's too cold for them. I might have to go back and move those. Alright, so things to do. We're going to have to tech up a little bit, because we're going to need at least copper tools. And then we're going to have to get the materials needed to start building a little village and get a farm going, because we're going to need food. For no other reason than I have to feed my character. And then we got to build the trader hats that summon the traders, so we can actually start populating our village with traders. And it also means that I have to find, like, the stuff for teching up. There we go. Alright, man. You have a good one, man. Enjoy hanging out with your friends. Oh, we got some berries over here. Got some raccoons, too. Those are my cranberries, raccoons. Mine. Lingonberries. These are empty. Empty, flowering. Oh, it's so nice having berry bushes that are actually growing. There we go. Alright. Cool. Let's see what kind of trader we've got here. Alright. It's an artisan trader. What's your name? Peglasharo. I'm not even sure I'm saying that right. Anyways. They're not going to have anything that we're going to be able to sell them. Except Pete, apparently. Okay. They're also not going to have anything we want, though. Alright. Continuing on the search for more important items. How long do these lingonberries last? 8 days? Well, they last longer than the cranberries. Alright, we'll eat those first then. Alright. Got a whole larch forest here. I don't know that I've ever seen a larch tree in real life. Got some forest floor here. That might be a good source of soil. I mean, it'd only be low fertility. That's better than barren. You can't grow in barren soil. Alright. What do we have here? Granite. I was looking for any source of, like, copper I see around. What do we have over here? What are these? Bunch berries. I have no idea if bunch berries are good to eat. They are. And they last longer than the cranberries, too. Heck, they last longer than the lingonberries. Good to know. It's a stump. I saw this little corner of the stump sticking up, and I was afraid that it was like a bear or a wolf or something sitting there. I'm gonna see if I can find any bees in this forest. I mean, with as cold as the world is, I'll be shocked if I find bees at all, ever. Oh, we got a spruce. I've never seen a spruce in the game. But here we are. A lot of quartz around here, which is not a bad thing. Just not helpful. Anyways. Well, let's head back towards the house. Offload some of this stuff. Set up a bit more storage so I can store some of this stuff and really do a proper foraging run here. Because there was some copper, you know, kind of back the way we came, you know, from the north of us. We got some glacier ice here. We could use that to build a greenhouse. Alright. It's nice not constantly freezing to death. Even when wearing warm clothing. Oh, we got some more cranberries. There we go. Alright. Looks like we got some more flint up in the rocks over there. Something off to the left that looks a little different. Let's go look at this. What do we have over here? These are crowberries. Well, these look much nicer when they actually have some color to them. And we got some sea berries. So we'll grab. And didn't I have cuttings? I have sea berry clippings, so let's grab our cuttings of these. There we go. Got some more cuttings. Nice. Oh, here's some ripe crowberries. I'm gonna eat these cranberries real quick. You know what? I don't need this one stick. One stick's not gonna make a huge difference. There we go. Take these crowberries with me. Man, all these, like, modded in berries just last so much longer. It would help if I pinned this, so I can actually always know where home is. There we go. Alright. More crowberries. Oh god, that was a bear. Don't know why it didn't attack me. Panic. That's what that was. Take one of these. What kind of vessel is this? It's a seed vessel. Go back for it. I'm gonna mark that. There we go. Just so I know that that's over here, so we can come back for it. Nice set of ruins over here. Oh, what? You've got another vessel over here. What's this? I heard something. What am I hearing? Another seed vessel. Oh, it's like a wolf of some sort. You can just see it right over there. Yeah, it's like a gray wolf, maybe? Not sure. Gotta stay here above it. Got a tool vessel there, so that could be useful. And a food vessel there. Nice. Alright. Let's get back over to the house, drop off some stuff, and we'll come see about getting those cracked vessels. Oh, we got a whole bunch of sand here. Ah, we found copper. Here we are. That's what we were looking for right there. It's more crowberries. Nice. The wolf is just real active over there. Is that a moose? Yeah, it's a moose. We'll give him a wide berth, because mooses can get a little aggressive if you get too close to him. Having nearly been killed by one in my vanilla playthrough. I'm hearing another dog barking. Right here. Is there one like right here? Sounded like there was one on this side of me. I better switch to my spear. That's his penguin. I know, those are the caribou. The sounds they've got for the caribou in this are just so interesting. Like, oh, is that what a caribou actually sounds like? If someone knows out there, let me know. Like, I'm curious. I've never heard or listened to the sounds of like reindeer / caribou. So I have no idea if that's really what they sound like. Alright. It's so nice not having nothing but frozen wasteland. We just have to watch out for goblins, because we get a lot of goblins in this area. It's a very goblin-y neighborhood. Alright. But here we are, we're back. Safe and sound. I need to plant my berry bushes. Muskox up there. Do that right there. We'll come down here. Now I have to be careful with these berry bushes. They are a little sharp when they grow. There we go. Alright, let's get some more storage going here. I might have to get rid of those mammoths. They're a little loud. Alright, let's do that. Actually, what's my storage rate? Yeah, so this will be the food box, I think. There we go. Yeah. Throw these in there too. There we go. And this will be the food we eat that we keep on us. Store some more of it in there. There we go. Let's do one more chest. Put that one there. And this will be for, like, other goods. Things we don't necessarily need to carry on us. We got fireclay. There we go. That's gotten us a lot more... That's a lot better. Alright, let's go cut down a tree. I should probably bring an extra axe. Since one of the goblins is so kind to give us an axe. Hello, little chin strap penguin. How you doing? Alright. Gonna grab this tree here. Cut it down. Get some logs, because we're gonna have to make a new pan. There it goes. Everything? I think we got it all. No seeds, sadly. That's alright. We wanted the logs mostly. There's a goblin. One goblin? Yeah, it's just one goblin. Made me miss on that first one. Eh, we didn't get nothing. No loot from the goblin. And let me knock down these pieces of dirt. I don't need those anymore. Alright. Go. Let's put those there. Alright. Now, take one of these pieces of log and make a wooden pan so we can get some panning going. You know, gotta do some panning. Wouldn't be Vintage Story without panning. Also gonna get a shovel. There we go. Got a shovel. Get some of the berries. Got a shiver out there. I just saw him go around that corner over there. Alright, let's see here. Let's go see if we can get some of those storage vessels. This bunny soul here is going to be very valuable to us. Because with it, we might be able to get some candles or some other valuables. Do not want to go down the water. Did I mark the copper? I did. I did mark the copper, okay. Good, good, good. Okay, so storage vessels were just past the copper. Do not like the fact that I'm hearing wolf at night, but not seeing the wolf. Oh, we got some tin. We just went straight to the Bronze Age, folks. Got some tin. Alright, looks like we might be skipping copper and going straight into tin. Into bronze, I mean. So what we'll do is we'll head back and sleep through the night so we can do this in the daytime. It'll also give me an opportunity to set up a pit kiln real quick and make a crucible, since apparently that's going to be suddenly an important thing here. I hate the fact that I'm going to be using my fire clay for this, but it's the clay I got. Alright, let's see here. I need that for my pit kiln. So pit kiln can go on the side of the house here. There we go. Definitely hearing a temporal rift somewhere. Oh, let's get back inside. There we go. That'll keep the unwanted guests out. Alright, so let's see here. First things first, we're going to need pickaxe. This hurts my soul to be using fire clay for this. But sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Just trying to be very careful with my clay usage, since it counts by the voxel. I can hear the drifters out there tonight. Yep. Don't see one. Alright. And there we go. And next, we're going to do a crucible real quick. Realistically, I should also do like a cooking pot. Crucible. This one, please. There we go. We do it the easy way. Not that way. There we go, crucible, and then let's do a singular cooking pot. You hear that shiver out there? Talking at us. Shivers being unfriendly. There we go. Cooking pot. And then the last thing we need and have to kind of have here is a bowl. There we go. One bowl. That's a complete waste of fire clay, if you ask me. Alright. There we go. Alright, let's see here. What time is it in game? It's almost midnight. Perfect. Go to sleep. There we go. Sleep in the night. Get up in the morning. Hopefully have less drifters and things. And Earth activity is still medium. There's a lot of Earth activity out. Don't really need the torch right now. That drifter is just going to come after us, is he? There he is. He's backing off now. Gonna eat this meat. Eat some more berries real quick. If I turned off the drifters, I might have moved into a cave, but I did not do that. So what I'm going to do at some point here is I'm going to set up a little fishing line on the water's edge. Oh, we've got a whole peat bog over there. I just noticed it. Or medium fertility soil, I'm not sure. There's something over there of value. We're going to go check it out. Could be medium fertility soil, could be peat. Either one's actually pretty good right now. As is this muddy gravel, actually, in the bottom of the lake. So that'll be really good for getting seeds. And the sand we can pan. Oh, that's a deep cave. And it is peat. So we better mark that. We're going to want that peat. But now I'm going to sneak up on these storage vessels we saw. I was trying to keep my eye out for, like, clay. Of any sort. Blue clay, red clay. Either one. Need both. Need either. Just need clay. Alright. So we've got our copper over here. We're walking past. And our friendly temporal rift. Got some granite sand here. Alright, so let's see what we can get here. So we've got some short grass. We're going to cut it all. There we go. And we've got a tool vessel. We're going to pick it up. Put it on our back. Just carry it with us. Did I miss one? Just making sure I didn't miss one. Okay, cool. And we've got another tool vessel. We'll grab it. And it was, oh, we got a book, including some XP. XP book. What's this? A food vessel. Spelt grain. Alright. A crab apple tree stem. Okay. Here, another one of those wolves, dogs, things. What's this one? Farming vessel. What do we got? XP book. And a bunch of cattails, which I'll definitely take. Yeah, there they are. And that's raccoon. Alright. Saw some more. Oh, we got some bony soil. We got a seed vessel here. Let's see what we get. We got some spelt seeds. Oh, we also got a hand basket. Another one of those. I got more than that. Alright. This is actually a fairly big ruin. I'm not missing stuff here. Getting all kinds of seeds and stuff. Not the stuff I'm necessarily looking for. Anything in that one? Nope. Okay, what about over here? What about this guy? Got another seed vessel. And... oh! Cabbage seeds. Nice. One of the only ways to get them in-game. It's from seed vessels like that. Alright. See here. Anything else? Got that one. I think it's just the bony soil, which we'll grab the bony soil now. I don't want to dig up the cobblestone. I want the bony soil, please. Yep. More bony soil. Yeah, it's all that bony soil there. What about over here? Any bony soil over here? Yes. Grab this low fertility soil here. Oh, we've got some more bony soil here. Okay, that's all of it, finally. There we go. Out of the hole. See if we see any more sticking out. Any more bunny soil hiding around here? Come here, bunny soil. Alright, looks like we've got it all. Okay, little raccoons running around. Alright, cool. Got some granite sand here. Got temporal rift there. Oh, look at this, folks. We got red clay. This red clay is super valuable. Gonna dig some of it out. Take some of it with me. Now I can actually make some more tool molds. Now, the main problem I've got right now is there's a... Well, there was a temporal rift sitting on top of it. Oh, there it is. See, it's right back there. That moose is still sitting there. Alright. And we got really lucky a little while ago. And over here we found... It's right here somewhere. Yeah, it was right here. Keep hearing that dog bark. Clear this out a little bit so we can actually see it. But we have tin bronze right here, or tin right here at the surface, so we can make some tin bronze. Okay. I don't really care about those. Birch. Larch. Okay, I'm just gonna keep picking them up as I try to do things. Oh my goodness. Alright. Let's get back across the lake to the house. And actually, I'm going to grab some more of this cattail while I'm sitting here. Because I'm going to need it to make cordage. Because the next thing to do is kind of secure a better food supply while we do a bunch of panning. So we're going to need to do a bunch of panning. Get ourselves some copper. And just see what we get out of this bony soil, you know. We may get real lucky. Get some candles and stuff. And we're also going to need some more storage, so. Alright, let's see what we got here. One more cattail. Cool. Didn't find any dwarf pines. That's alright. I'm going to guess those are probably small deposits of tin and copper that we found. But they will be valuable. Alright. Come on. There we go. That. Add to the hole, please. There we go. So I think I'll put my fishing setup. Well, I might do it like right here. I don't know. We'll see. So let's do like, dig this out. There, because that'll give me an easy access down to the water's edge. What is... Oh, that's where the bear pelt's sticking out the back of my house. I was like, what am I looking at? That's the nose of the bear pelt. Alright. There we go. There's that. Let's grab... do the cooking pot first, because I do have that spelt that I'm going to need to do something with. There we go. Oh, actually, we can do a couple of these. Do this one. There we go. And then we can also do our bowl. Nice. Alright, let's grab grass. I surprisingly have enough grass. I'm shocked by this. Alright. Stick. There we go. I just need some fuel. Actually, first, let's go ahead and use up these XP books that I found. So we'll go ahead and use this animal husbandry book, this farming book, and this metalworking skill book. There we go. And eat this berry real quick. Put the seeds back in here. Eat some of these nuts just to top us off a little bit. Let's grab some firewood. There we go. We're moving up. We have pottery. We have pottery, folks. There we go. Alright, let's go back in here. Where's my seed box? Seed box, how you doing? Alright, we're going to add the spelt seeds and the cabbage seeds to the seed box. And then, I'm going to go get that soil I left over here, just because it may be barren, but it is useful. So what I can do is throw it down here, knock out these ice blocks, give myself like a little standing place in the water here. Yep. Actually, I'll grab one or two more blocks real quick. Finish that up a little bit. Get myself like a secure standing spot to some degree. And one more. Need one more. Grab this one. No, not that one. Grab this one. There we go. More. Yeah. Just a couple pieces of dirt. There we go. Nice. Cool. And that gives me a nice little kind of sitting area out here. I also got a little water block that I can pan in. Alright, next up, let's get some fishing going here. So I need this and a knife. And there's, yep, 1, 2. There's 2 of those. Beautiful. And then we need 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's just do like 5, so 15. 5. I think 5 will be enough. Guess from here. Yep. May not work. So that's 1, 2, 3. So I would only need 3. But let me grab it. So what I'm going to do here, knock this one out. Oh, I don't like that. All right. Yeah, that could work. So from here to here, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that 5? Looks like 5. All right, we'll do this. We drive in a steak. And then we drive in another steak. And then if we did our math right, so what, 1, 2, 3, yeah, 5. 5. All right, perfect. So if we do that, there we go. So we have our trot line. I just need hooks. I mean, actually, I might do it over here. I like dismantle this. I can. All right. I'm gonna move it. I was thinking about this chat. I'm looking at it and like, you know, I could leave it there, or I could go like here, and here. I'm gonna need some more cordage, I think. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna knock out a little bit of this here. Why did that sink? No dirt sink. All right. And we're gonna go kind of across like this. I'm gonna fill that in. Let me grab my shovel real quick. Make this easier. Shovel. We'll just grab the top of this little hill right here. Dirt. There we go. I don't know why this is making like the L shape. Oh, right. It's trying to be like a weird trap. That's what it is. Go. All right. Almost there. Let's come right here. Okay. Cool. Now let me know how far this is. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, and 8. Perfect. So I should have almost exactly the right amount of cordage. And the answer is yes. Beautiful. One left over, which I can use for something. There we go. A little more rammed earth for building. Cool. All right. Shift. There we go. Oh god. Oh god. It is a orc. Out of my house. Whew. Don't like the orc. Orc was bad. Got my heart racing. What about you guys? Alright. Whew. Alright. Well, I'm glad I have some healing poultice that I found. Check my food box, see what's going to be fresh for a while. A couple of these lingonberries. Yeah, we're gonna have to keep an eye out on this whole, like, goblin spawning thing. Hmm. Alright. Get some cooked meat. That'll really help top us off there. And while I'm sitting here thinking about it before I, don't close the door this time. My spelt in here. Let's see here. And I can put the clay in here for now. There we go. Alright. I don't need this reed basket. So I'll just recycle it real quick. I wonder. Let's get out our bear here. Separate out the head and the body. Alright, so to make the armor, we need some bones and some rope. So, a lot more rope than I've got. But we do know where we can get some more cattails. So, let's make some bear armor. What do you say, chat? Repairing it's going to be a little bit of a pain, but we can do that. Yep. That's another orc. But I don't know what he's up to. I'll just keep my spear out just in case that orc comes running this way. I do like the addition of the fantasy creatures, though, like the orcs and stuff. I feel like I'm not seeing very many of them because of the level of cold and stuff in this playthrough. But I think they're cool. I think I want to do like another world more focused on fantasy creatures at some point. I was pretty sure my wife would join me for that series. Because one of the things I would do is include like the Draconis mod that lets you have dragon mounts. I know she'd love that. Alright. We'll just sneak across this little shallow area real quick. Anything interesting? Just some flint over here. You just stay there, Moose. Be chill, Moose. Be chill, Moose. It's empty lingonberries? Okay. Alright. Get some more cattails, get some rope. We're going to make ourselves some armor. I got like 10 lives left. Oh, I was like, what is that in the distance? Realized it was a mountain. But just the outline of it made me think it was something else for a second. I was like, why is there a Cthulhu shape in the distance? Just the outline of a mountain. Yeah, I'm getting jumpy since that goblin jumped, or that orc jumped me in my house. At least I have a respawn, though. At least I won't respawn all the way back at spawn, like I did on the journey down this far south. That was awful. There we go. Alright. Oh, we got Bootorn. Hello, Moose. Bye, Moose. Alright, that's going to be my best way to get back to the house without getting killed by Bootorn. Yeah, I left the normal monsters on for people who were curious, even though I added things like orcs and goblins. With all these caribou around, I should definitely make like some sort of pit trap. Any goblin in here today? There. Stay out of my house. Orcs. Orcs not invited. Alright, let's see here. How many can I make? Make 5. 5 ropes. That's not enough. Can I make the bear helmet for that? I could make the bear helmet. So I could make the hat. Alright, so I need some bones. There's my bones. Alright. Head, right? No. Head. Bone, bone. Rope. Bear helmet. I now have a helmet. We have armor. Not much armor, but armor. Okay, let's see here. What do we want to eat? That's all going to be fresh for a little bit. Should be more than long enough to get my cooking pot done. So I'm just going to eat some of these lovely pine nuts. There we go. Yeah, because I need, what, 4 armor for this. I need, or 8 ropes. No, I don't. I only needed 4. Fantastic. Beautiful. We actually have most of a set of bear armor. Which will also give us a bit more cold tolerance, too. Alright. So, it's around 8 p.m. in the game. Don't really want to fight the Bowtorn outside. So I'm going to close her up for the night. Because rift activity is still medium. So in the morning, I think we'll get to panning. See if we can't get some more copper stuff going. Which I found this wrench, by the way. I didn't actually make that wrench. I found it in a cracked tool vessel in one of my... No, not a tool vessel. I found a ruin that had like a chest in it. On the surface. It was weird. Like, I think it was also like the first trader I ever found. He was just hanging out next to this, near this ruin. It was really weird. Time 4 a.m. Still got a few minutes until sunup. An hour, well, about 2 minutes in game. In real world, I mean. There we go. My nuts are all good. We're satisfied. I don't really have much in the way of vegetables either. Gonna knock out the wall here real quick. Oh yeah, it's plenty of light enough to see out there. Okay. Put away the torch so I don't accidentally put it out. And... yeah, cool. So while we're sitting here getting ready to go about our day, I'm gonna go ahead and make some fish hooks real quick. Alright, let's sit down. Oh. G opens up this menu. Okay. I would have thought that would have been O. It's interesting. I was wondering how you got into the fancier menu for X skills. Alright. So I have 1 point available, so I could get well rested. Level 2. I get huge stomach. Featherfall. Could get nudist, but I don't really want nudist. What about collecting? Farming, nope. Digging, nope. Forestry's getting better. You can hear that orc sitting out there next to my house. That's what that pig sound is. I am getting husbandry stuff. Ooh, 100 would be good. Increases damage you do to animals. So, butcher. All these could be good. Processing. Oh, right, because I got XP. Pottery. 3 more voxels for each clay. You're late copying. You will copy 1 additional voxels. That's kind of cool. Perfect fit. Perfectionist. Huh. Some of these are really cool. You cook 34% more servings at once. That's interesting. Fast food, you cook 10%, an additional 1% for each level. Faster, capped at 20%. Okay. Increase shelf life of your cooked servings by 5%. Oh, that's really good. So this one and this one's really good. All right, let's go back to survival and pick out a survival thing, though. I don't really want nudist. So I need combat. I don't really have any combat stuff to level up. Defender. Guardian. Deal with the bare hands. Multiplied by the protection of your armor. Okay. The average protection tier of your armor reduces the damage. Oh, interesting. Ooh, looter. I would definitely take looter out of combat. Alright, well let's do let's do let's do huge stomach, just because that's pretty useful. Alright. That wasn't what I had meant to do when I pressed G, but it's good to know that G is the button that does that now. G is also the button that makes you sit down. But that is a nice looking interface for X skills, though. Props to the mod author who made that. There we go. I'm making some fish hooks in case people are wondering. Gonna add some fish hooks to our stuff here. I heard an orc out here earlier. Let's see if he's still around. Orc, you still around? Yep, there he is. See him wandering around over there? That sound that sounded like a pig earlier. Alright, you gonna get in the water for me? Make my life easier? Oh, I only had 2 spears on me. Yep. Glad I put on that bear armor. These guys kind of hurt. Alright. Now the orc is dealt with. Get back to putting my fish hooks out. Fish hook, fish hook, fish hook. More fish hooks. Well, that's my 4. I need 3 more, it looks like, to finish it off. But that's okay. We're gonna I'm going to put this meat away for a second. Now, I don't have any space to put the meat away. We'll just cook the meat. There we are. Meat. Cool. Throw away my rusty gear. Get out my pan. I'm going to cook up this meat here real quick, and then we're going to pan this bony soil I found. Definitely going to have to do something about this orcs and goblins that spawn over here, though. I have to build like a fence. Keep them out of my yard. There we go. A little bit of meat. Alright, well. Didn't fully top us off, but this will. There we go. Alright. There we go. Alright. Enjoy panning. Unfortunately, it's bony soil, so probably not going to go a whole lot of, like, materials at it, like copper and stuff. But it does have an interesting drop table. Yeah, we got something. What are we getting here? Looks like we're getting bones. So. Which is the most common drop out of the bony soils, bones. Imagine that. Alright. Finish this stack off, and then we'll take care of something I just realized. I've been carrying this cracked vessel on my back this whole time. I just realized that. No. Not really getting much out of the bony soil, which I'm not surprised by. Let's see what the cracked vessel gets us. Shall I, folks? It's a tool vessel. We could get real lucky. And it was axes. Just axes. And a skill book for metalworking, which we'll go ahead and eat right there. There we go. Put this axe away real quick. Put this other axe away. There we go. I do love being able to put stuff on the ground now. It's nice. Okay, there. What we could do. Just do that. There we go. Now to panning. Oh goodness. I've made a terrible mistake. An orc snuck up on me. It has run off now. Yep, I'm stuck in a hole. Ha! Now you're stuck in the hole, pig. Look. Good lord. Alright, well, guess we're having more orc for dinner. Orc, it's what's for dinner. Alright. Any more orcs around? This this is becoming a real problem. I think it might be time for a fence. Really kind of hate using these stick fences, but we're gonna have to. Yep. That's not where I want to defense. Okay. Ah. Oh, he's coming in the water after me. These orcs are real aggressive, aren't they? Glad I have, like, my breath timer increased. Good lord. There's another one. Alright. Do I have, like, an orc village or something nearby? Hello, Augustus. You're putting your paw on my arm. Okay, that one wanted me to have an extra spear. Alright. Alright. Well, fence there. I want this fence back. Thank you. There we go. So now we have a gate. That should hopefully keep the orcs mostly out. I just need to do the same thing on, like, this side somewhere. Guess we'll start the fence line, like, back here. Do that. See where that gets us. Because I'm going to go this way. A bit. Yeah, because I'm going to want to at least come down. Nope, not there. And then on top of it. Oops. Go under it. Go. I ran out. Ran out. Alright. 6. So if we do like the gate like here, and then bring the fence like over here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do more fence. So let's do one more gate. And 5 more fence should do it. But what I'll do is I'll put a gate here. And then we'll go over to like here. Need a little bit more fence, but that's okay. That's okay. There we go. Alright. There we go. I'm going to do the same thing on that side just to keep the orcs from going around my fence. I don't know if they can. Okay. Gate. There. That'll keep them out. At least keep them mostly out. Make them have to swim to get to me. It's gonna be... Well, no, because... They can climb up here. So what if I do... Well, they'll keep them mostly out. It's not perfect. Not perfect. Alright. Now maybe I can finish panning in peace. Repeat my character. Alright, I'm out of medical supplies, aren't I? Yep, I am. Well, let's see here. We'll eat this bunch berry. And we'll eat some of these langan berries. Anything to restore a bit of stamina and health and all that. I hear him. Where is he? Heard a goblin. There he is. See? See? What did I say? There's goblins out there. Well, the goblins, they're just like one hit, one kill. If they don't come running at you like a madman. Ooh, I will take a blacksmith. What's that? Is that snow? Yeah, it's just a little bit of late season snow. Alright, cool. Alright, back to the painting. After having fought all the orcs and goblins in the neighborhood. And knock out this block of dirt just because it's in the way. There you go. Nothing special. Let's get this painting done. But everybody having a good night out there? I've been kind of focused on the game and not asking all that. But I'm dealing with orcs. They keep trying to move into my house. Right now we're panning some bony soil, see what we can get. Oh, we got a aged lore book. Brick red. Oh, it's a lore about Tobias. Neat. I don't think I've seen this one before. Alright. Let's see what else we can get. And what I really need is get a bunch of stuff. It's been good. Good general efficiency. Anything going on the server? Those out there in stream, General Efficiency is one of my community members. He plays on my community server. Which we're gearing up to go to the Resonance Archives next Saturday. We were going to do it today, but we decided it wasn't enough notice for everybody to get ready and stuff. So we pushed it off a week to give people more time to prepare. So how's your warehouse coming there, General Efficiency? Are you still just designing it in creative, or are you starting to build it in the community server? Another orc. You see that? He came right around. Oh, hello. No. No. Bad orc. Ah, lots of mining to be done. Where'd that orc go? Okay, that orc didn't even hesitate to go around the fence. There he is. He's just like running around like crazy over there. Alright. Yeah, just provoke him and get rid of him. That's a long fall to survive. And that's also an interesting combination of things. How'd you not take any damage? I'm curious. Tin, bismuth, and titanium all next to each other. I mean, cool. Super cool. Weird it was all right next to each other. Yeah, what is it? Has my inventory been... Okay, I didn't lose any stuff I was reading. Did you do like the weird like jump trick thing? Oh, we got a candle. We got a candle, chat. BS being BS. Yeah, that's true. That's fair. Yeah. Can't argue with that statement. Got a candle. Yeah, so I found nickel in my iron mine the other day. It was interesting. By the way, I committed more heresy today in VS. Zero efficiency. You see all this lovely ceramic and pottery I have? I made it out of fire clay. Because that was the only clay I could find. Go. Top off my character's food a bit. Yeah. I eat grass. Yeah. Yeah. And for the rest of chat out there, I'm joking because the other night I was sitting there doing a construction project in my vanilla play world. I think it was my vanilla world, yeah? Yeah, it was. And General Efficiency was watching. And I was using oak logs to make components for a windmill upgrade. Instead of using them to make leather like any sane person would use. And I was joking that I was committing heresy. But it was also mostly because it was what I had available at the time. Look here. Look here. They'll find that, you know, I have nothing to hide. You know, definitely no questionable dealings or anything. I just need 2 more sticks. Can I have a tree seed? Just don't tell Honk, you know, because he'll tell his wife, and then she'll be like, "He did what with the oak trees?" And then I'll be in trouble. There we go. Tree. Alright. No more random orcs. Good. as I fall into my own lake. Alright, let's see here. Did I get enough sticks? I did. I got plenty of sticks. Alright. By the way, this is my... help if I actually had firewood. This is my... good lord, Snowball Earth world. Their general efficiency, I'm sure you noticed in the title. I fixed the whole, like, permanently winter thing. And now I've actually found a place worth settling down in. I should go ahead and just read this book here. Discovered Lore Reflection. Part 1 of 5. Shall we see what that part's about? Alright. Let's read this lore tidbit. I'm not the reflective type. I was taught from a young age that life is better treated as a task. There is work to be done, so do it, and do not complain. Thinking seemed like a luxury. I still follow that creed, but I have, in my time, come to see the power of thought. Thought has lifted me out of despairing poverty. Thought has given my village the strength to survive the harsher seasons. Though thought has seen my people raise their voices in hope for the first time in years. I am speaking, of course, of him, my friend and companion, Jonas Falks. Our task here will be done in some few days. I wish to make record of the events that have transpired until this point. I do not know if any will live to read this, but I cannot leave it be. A madness compels me to write, though I am no learned master. This task would be better set for Jonas, but he is in no condition to complete it. I digress. Allow me to start from the beginning. Forgive my shortcomings. Oh, we don't have the rest of it yet. I want to find the rest of this book series now. I must know what he was writing about. Alright. I have enough stuff to make a basket. No, I do not. Okay. Well, I'll have to get some more of those. I like just put this lore book on the ground. Is that a thing? It is. Oh, it sparkles. Do you see that? That lore book is sparkling at me. Stay. Good lore book. Alright. Let's see if we can't finish our panning one more time here. I did drop something. I dropped Rough Paradox. Actually, we did find what that luxury goods trader. They might buy the gems. I used to think it was a luxury goods trader. What are you? Artisan trader. No, never mind. Artisan traders don't normally buy gems. I think they can, but it's not common. We're just going to pan for a bit, and then we're going to see about getting some copper going, if we can. We've got another rusty gear. And some more flax. I always take more flax. I think they do. I'd have to double check that general efficiency. I think the artisan traders will buy gems. I know the luxury good traders will. But I'm going to have to double check on the artisan traders. In fact, that's something I could do right now. Let me check. Artisan good traders. Give me just a second here. Pulling up the Vintage Story Wiki on my phone, because I keep it on my phone. Traders. Artisan trader. So that's what they sell, but I want to know what they buy. There we go. Yes, they will buy the gems, actually. Okay. Yes, the artisan traders will buy the gems, so I'll have to take the gems back over there. Okay, let's see where we're at. Yeah, I got a diamond. Going rib cage. Alright. A little bit more panning, then we'll sleep through the night here. And see about visiting the artisan, see if we can't sell off some of these gems. I'd rather have the rusty gears. Tons of bones, though. Right, we'll put that down. Alright. Close the door so we don't get any unfriendly guests. Let's see here. Let's see. Have some dinner here. I think for dinner we'll have these pine nuts. There we go. Alright. And then we'll sleep through the night. Which will let us heal up a little bit, which is nice. It's almost 5 a.m. in the game. Alright. Top off my food a little bit. Penguin out there. Yeah. Go visit the artisan trader here. Actually, let me go grab my shovel. If we're gonna go all the way to the artisan trader, I might as well grab my shovel and get some proper gravel that I can actually get some copper out of here. Yep. And I should grab the extra spear as well. Since goblins and orcs keep spawning on that side of my house. That's my fire pit over there, still smoldering. I'm like, why am I seeing smoke up my house? I don't have a fire going. Yes, I do. It's my pit killed. Yeah, I called it. Yeah, see? I knew. As soon as I walked towards the trader, there's another goblin. Who seems confused. You okay there, Gobbo? He was going to be a problem later if I didn't do it. Man. I like the number of black fibers I'm getting out of these guys. This is that cave I found, right? Yeah, this is that cave I found. I thought about building into a little hut. Thought about it. But not if I thought about it. Yeah, it's my old fire pit when I decided to settle down in this area. And fixed the whole not having actual seasons thing. That was a whole problem. Got some flint up there in the hill. Muskox, making a run for it. I'm gonna have to build like a pit trap to capture some muskox or something. Alright, let's keep an eye out for anything interesting since we're coming down here to visit the trader. Oh, this area's still quite cold over here. Let's see what we've got going on. I don't remember exactly what the trader was buying when we first came down here. Is that some crowberries sticking up there? I grabbed some crowberries. Yep. Crowberries. Still something to top off the food bar there a little bit. Get a little bit of fruit in the diet. A rare commodity in the Snowball Earth. Oop. Got some lingonberries too. Alright. It's Artisan Trader. How you doing? Alright, what you got to trade? You will buy some of this stuff. Hold on. So, high grade rough emerald. I only have low. But you will buy the low grade ones too. How many of them? Buy one. Medium grade. I don't have that. Low grade diamond? I have a low grade diamond. There we go. What about these paradots? You want medium? I don't have medium. Nope, you're not buying that today. Okay. I mean, well, we sold some stuff. So, there we go. Alright. Good call on checking out the Artisan Trader there. General efficiency. It was a good call. Oh, got another goblin. This is one of those goblin hunters. These guys drop like spears and stuff. Oh, this is a big ruin. What's that? Young rowan tree. What? This granite rock looks weird. I feel like something weird's going. Oh, that's why. There's large. Like, why is there stalagmites here or stalactite? Yeah, stalagmites here. Grab some of this bony soil here. Oh, God, that the grumbling sound of that muskox keeps freaking me out. Because they make this like low kind of grumbling, grunting sound, and it's just like, oh god, what is trying to eat my face? It's just the muskox like grumbling to himself. Yeah. Is there anything in this ruin besides bony soil? I think I can complain about some bony soil. Oh, we got a forge vessel. with me. There we go. I'm just gonna take it with me back home. Thanks to Carry On mod. Make sure there's nothing like higher up somewhere in here. Because sometimes some of these ruins will have things like up higher in them. I'm not seeing anything. Interesting ruin though. Getting a nice clay deposit. Anyways. Let's head back before I overextend. Got some more berries over here. These are those bunch berries. I don't have Carry On the server, but it is something I've thought about. Okay, that's just a stick sitting on top of some branches. That's a weird one. Do you all want Carry On the server? Oh, when? Carry On when? Hold on, I missed that last word there. So what you're telling me is that the server would like me to put Carry On it. You know, maybe if you'll ask nicely, I might do it, like, tomorrow. Is that more, what is that back there? Is that just more forest, or is that peat? Are we down for it? Alright. Well, why don't you post in the, well, I'll post later. And make sure everybody else is cool with it. Though I don't imagine I'm going to get much grumbling about Carry On. Matter of fact, I think I'll probably get a resounding, like, oh, thank goodness. Or if I added something like Step Up. No, Step Up's also fairly popular. Floor. Maybe that chiseling mod too, if you're feeling. Yeah, maybe. I'll think about it. Toss the link in the Discord for me again. Wait. Do you hear that? Do you hear it, general efficiency? Yeah, bees. I found bees in Snowball Earth. It's the 6th sign of the apocalypse or something. God. That work. The bees were trapped. Alright. Now to actually mark these bees before I run off. Yeah. I'll hail the auto marker mod. Alright. Mostly out here looking to see if I can spot any more, like, copper nodes. Because I only know of, like, one surface deposit right now. Like caves around here. It's a stick. More red clay, which I'm not complaining about. It's a tiny little spot of red clay. Let's see here. Let's put this up here. Flint. All right. Yeah, and I'll definitely get the common lid for the player corpse mod installed. Don't worry, that's as soon as I see enough dead time on the server, that's going in there just because the player corpse mod is very helpful. Especially with our planned raid on the archives. I want to make sure that's in place before we go. That is a dead raccoon. It is a dead raccoon. I have nothing to... This is another one. This is where I keep hearing those wolf sounds. Wondering if the wolves are over here killing raccoons. Or is it the moose? I always suspect the moose. I need more cattails, so I'm grabbing cattails from over here. One thing I'm definitely gonna have to do is find like a source of animals. I just realized. Because I don't think I've seen pigs at all. Just here, not realizing this. Maybe too cold for pigs. Guess I could always try grabbing a muskox. Trapping one. Don't know if they're able to be domesticated, though. You finally got around to cooking that one cabbage? Oh, man. Cabbage is like the super vegetable of the game, though. It's just got so much satiation value as a vegetable. Come back here. Reeds, I need you. Is anyone growing pumpkins on the server yet there? No efficiency? Oh, my wife just told me she has pumpkin seeds, apparently. Oh, we got more copper right here. In that case, I'm gonna grab these cattail roots then. I mean, you should. Because cabbage is super good. So are the pumpkins. But I've heard the pumpkins don't always grow. That's the main problem with the pumpkins. And they also need space. Like, you need to give the pumpkins space to grow, if I remember correctly. Let's see here. What are we doing, cattails? Yeah, that's enough cattails for the moment. This is a cave? It is a cave. With bowthorn. Lots of bowthorn down there. Oh, we found blue clay. That's a rare find. Blue clay. Flute. Don't care about the flute. Care about the blue clay. Blue clay. Yay! You don't see that very often in, I think, the frozen lands. But you have grown some pumpkins? And don't pumpkins work differently than all the other vegetables in the game? To some extent, like... Because, like, don't you have to get the seeds back out of the pumpkin itself as well? It's in the bushes over there. Get a spear out. Penguins, okay. These penguins trying to sneak up on me. Oh, they're definitely different growing. Man, I forgot how long it takes wood to process stuff when you're doing clay firing. No fish. Alright. Don't have any meat. But we can put away some of the food here. Crowberries. Bunch berries. Maybe just plant those. Let's see here. You know what? I'm just going to throw that out. I don't need that carcass. There we go. I don't need these bones either. Let's see here. I do have enough cattails to make one more storage basket, though, to get rid of some of this stuff in my inventory. There we go. Throw my little loot tidbits in there. There we go. That helps. Let's go plant these cattails. You got a normal cauldron, normal sized cauldron now, so you can make more broth. Nice! Because you're doing bone broth, right? Those will despawn eventually. Alright. Let's see here. We're going to take 2 of our spelt. $40, $60, $40. I can add the nuts. Wow, my game just crashed. Okay. Well, give me a second there, chat. Apparently, it was not having me opening that handbook entry. Part of that's I'm running some mods that are a little out of date and throwing a few errors. So they're being a little weird. Alright. Let's see where we're last saved at here. Assuming it loads. Nope, it loaded. There we go. Alright. Okay, so it loaded as... Alright. Cool. Right, now I was trying to do the entry on these, which it doesn't seem to like, so we're not going to do that. We'll just grab some. And then Yeah, we'll grab some of these lingonberries here. There we go. We're gonna do something. We're gonna treat ourselves. We're gonna have a real meal. Oh, it does. It does accept the pine nuts. All right. Nice. There we go. Need to make sure no uninvited guests try to help themselves to my food. There we go. Alright, let's get a few more bits of firewood. There we go. I didn't need that much firewood in the fire pit. But... time for a nice home-cooked meal. There we go. Sit here, look out at the lake. Enjoy our meal. Get this storage vessel off my back. Okay, and I got some more healing items. Some dry grass. And what else I get? I got a digging XP book. Which I just ate. Ate that digging XP book. Let's see here. Collecting, digging. How are we doing on digging? Interesting. Just getting used to those skills. That's not what I wanted. Okay, there we go. It sucks sitting down there for a second. I will say though, the fire clay items do look nice. Even if it kind of hurts my soul a little bit that I made these out of fire clay. There we go. Got a nice hot meal here. What is the satiation on this? It's not super balanced, but it's not bad. There we go. Actually, let's heal up so we're not wasting satiation bar on healing here. There we go. We'll eat one more portion of food. There we go. And we'll throw this in the food in the pantry, so to speak. There you go. Nice. All right. Let's go get that gravel I wanted. Now that we've filled up our food bar and dropped off our goods that we acquired. Because honestly, we just need 20 copper nuggets. Then we'll be good to go. Oh god. It's the dreaded penguins. I keep hearing something over here barking like a dog. There it is. Oh god. It is a dog. Nope. Bad. Bad. Bad pup. Where'd you go? I hear you. Where are you? Been running around all over the place over here. Dog? Where'd you go? There he is. You attacked me. I'm gonna hunt you now. Because I need your pite. I need your pelts. Sorry. More flax. We do have a play here. Yeah, lots of flax. All the flax. Unlimited flax. Where'd you go? There he is. Yep. I keep doing that and getting these do the whole like berry bush trimming things. Really need to start digging a big flax. Well, I mean, it should be warm enough in the game now to have your big flax farm. It should be totally viable now at this point. You can also go the route that I'm going. That's not what I wanted. There, you can have that one back. There. And just have like a bit of an underground farm. Which I know someone was asking about that. And I did look it up. And so, yeah, it does care about like light levels and stuff. But apparently the deeper you go, the weirder it gets. Like apparently the game gets confused by some of the mechanics if you get deep enough. And so if you get below a certain level, it basically stops caring about like how close you are to sea level and stuff. Like once you get more than like I think 19 blocks down or something below sea level, you lose the malice, whatever, the negative. All right. I hear you. Are you still over here? Wolf. Keep hearing one over here, but I don't see him. It's gray wolves. They blend in. Love the patterning on them. They look very much. They look a lot like gray wolves, though. Whoever did the art on that, fantastic. Put that sea berry there. There we go. Now we're fishing for copper, effectively. So here, put that in there. I don't remember if I have the mod that lets me recycle the copper arrows on here or not. So yeah, I think you should be able to take like copper arrowheads and copper spearheads and throw them into a crucible and melt them back down. What do you think, General Efficiency? You think that sounds good? Or anyone else out there in chat? There's a copper nugget. Yeah, you agree? Okay. Hold on, let me check something. I just realized think I've been streaming this whole time at lower latency. Yep, I have. Normal latency. That explains the delay. Alright. Then you're going like, man, seems to be a lot of delay between me asking questions, people responding in chat. That's because there is. I accidentally left it on normal latency, which means y'all get a better image. Which, that's nice. So you just walk up to someone and say, hey, I need your clothes. For the clothier trait. So you looked at how you get the clothier trait for that new mod that we added, the leveling up system? Yeah. I was just going to go up to the different traders and buy, like, their different clothes. That's what I was going to do. Until I was going to deal with it. Or we're just going to have to, like, you know, drive to Chicago or wherever it is that Army Bacon lives and, like, tie him to his computer. Get him to make us all a bunch of clothing. So for people in chat who are curious what we're talking about, a mod dropped, like, yesterday. Or, yeah, I think it was yesterday. That basically adds a leveling system based on the vanilla traits for the different classes. And what it does is it allows you to improve the traits for your class, for whatever class you're playing, and even gain the traits from the other classes. And if you have negative traits, so, you know, things you don't have bonuses to, you can actually level your class out of those negatives. So, for example, in that, on our, you know, community server that I'm running, I'm playing a malefactor, so I have the frail trait, and I have another trait that makes it so I'm, like, not as good at melee combat. Well, the more melee combat I do, the better I get at it, and so eventually I'll level out of it and no longer have that negative. It's getting dark out. And so, it's really cool. And one of the things we're talking about is the clother trait from the tailor. The way you apparently get that trait in this new level up system that lets you make all the different recipes the tailor can make is you apparently have to find and equip 20 different pieces of clothing. It's apparently the deal. And we're all sitting here going like, I don't have that much clothing, you know. There we go. Top off my character's food bar real quick. Still don't have my food on me. But it's a neat mod. You know, I'm very much enjoying the mod. Oh, I'm going to put all this extra stuff. Oh, wow. So you have 17 different pieces of clothing, so you're actually very close. Yeah, because I think it doesn't count the clothing you, like, start with. You know. Hop out, make sure I don't have any unexpected visitors. I do need one more storage chest, I've noticed. Alright. There we go. I have a storage chest down there. I did have a storage chest down here. That's what it didn't save. That's unfortunate. I just lost, like, all of my, gems. That's annoying. And, like, most of my gears. Well, that crash sucked. Make sure there's no more random enemies around, but I did see a fish. We got a fish. Fish. Time to make fish soup. Or stew. Let's see here. Let's do a little bit of grain. Actually, we need 4. 4 grain. I'll grab a couple of these sea berries. Yeah. 2 sea berries. I think this will work. Oh, wait. No, I can't because I don't have enough stuff for that. Never mind. Because I don't have a pot. It's not going to do me any good without a pot. There we go. That's got 9 days. Alright. Alright. What I'll do is I'll grab that and make that into a spear just so it's not wasting space in a basket. Cool. It means I also lost a lot of the flax fibers I had. Unfortunate. Alright. So I've got how much? I've got 11. Just need 9 more. Would help if I grabbed the pan first. Alright. But anyways, chat. Anybody else out there got any fun stories? Anything exciting going on? I think I'm gonna go cut down that tree. Use it to make some charcoal because I need charcoal. Because I'm sitting here thinking about the things I need to do to get into the Copper Age. So even if I get the nuggets, I won't have the charcoal to smelt them. So it's a whole process. The cool thing is, though, since I know there's a surface tin and 2 surface copper veins, we'll be able to move straight into tin bronze and just get better tools as soon as I get this first pick done. Well, we've got 4 of the 9 nuggets so far. Alright. We're getting there. I don't know what we're getting, because I keep seeing some stuff going into my inventory, but I don't see what it is. Should add one of those inventory pick up mods. So there's a mod that adds like just a list of the things you're picking up on the right side of the screen. Been thinking about getting one. Huh, that was a nugget. I've been getting granite and quartz. All right. We set. We want to make a lantern eventually. Ah, there we go. Make sure to stay hydrated, folks. I'm staying hydrated. Got myself some water over here I'm drinking. Very important. Making it easier to switch back and forth between the sand and the pan. I almost feel like sand doesn't have as good of a drop rate for the nuggets and stuff as the gravel does. It's supposed to be the same, but it feels like it's not. Alright. Come on. Give me the copper. Oh, that's 6. We got another orc coming in. Got to deal with him. Yep. Nope. Nope. Stay off my island. Might as well spit of land. Come on. Get over here, work. Well, we'll run away. There's another one up there. There's 3 of them this morning. I almost feel like they're coming in greater numbers. Alright. That's those 2. There's a 3rd one over there. I'll have to go deal with her in a minute. Let's see what this one gives us. Rusty gear there. Take the meat and the rusty gear. What do we have down here? Oh, I got flint down here. What, grass? Sometimes it's worth looking around to the bottom of these, just because you might see like an ore vein or something sticking out. But nope, nothing other than some flint. And we got a little bit of red meat. That's nice. Let's see here. I can take that out and put the red meat in there. The red meat won't last nearly as long. There we go. There's another one back. Finally made it over here. Oh, that one got me. See that? More red meat. Not gonna complain about that. Again, free red meat. Any more orcs? You need like a town guard or something. There we go. I really hope that the orcs are just carrying lunch with them, and that this isn't, you know, some sort of questionable form of eating habits that our characters developed. Alright. Oh, we got another fish, too. Alright. Grab this fish real quick. See, we're starting to get food now. This is becoming really good. There we go. Oh, we got some fish eggs. They can go on the thing. There we go. Alright. Throw some fish. Oh man, we're gonna have a good meal here in a little bit. With the fish and the turnip and the spelt and all that. Gonna be a good meal. Alright. Let's get back to panning real quick. I'm gonna have to do something about this whole, like, orcs being able to hop up onto my property thing. At least I heard them before they came this time. Didn't get ambushed by orcs. These are not like stealth bears. Oh my goodness. The bears in this game are so stealthy. So I figure I'll call the stream once we get the last of the copper nuggets we need to get that pickaxe. So once we get that first pickaxe, you know, that's where things are going to start to accelerate a bit as far as technology goes. Because honestly, in this playthrough, we probably don't need to get past the Bronze Age. No, we might. You know, we might go into Iron if I happen to get lucky and find that I'm sitting on top of an iron vein or something. But remember, our goal is just to get a full set of traders. And I'll consider that like an agriculture trader, survival trader, treasure hunter. You know, the basic ones. Now, the mod that I have adds some other ones. But if we can get a full set of like the basic traders, I think we'll call, you know, this a success. And an underground farm. We do have to build an underground farm. So that's going to be where we need the tools. There we go. That's 7. Need 2 more. And we'll have the 20 nuggets needed for the pickaxe. I mean, granted, if I could recycle the copper arrowheads and the spearheads I've gotten, that would also get us the 20 at this point. There's 8. Actually, I really need 40 because I'm going to need a hammer. I'm not going to make y'all watch all that. I might do some of that off camera. So y'all don't have to sit here and watch me pan another stack of sand or gravel or whatever. Alright, let's get a little bit more. Let's do this last thing. Feeling good about this pile of sand here. No, gave us zinc. So if we wanted brass, that'd be cool. Not that we could make the brass yet. Yeah. That'd be another good mod. Instead of having to make the plates and then make the torch holders out of brass, just give me a mold to pour the brass into to make the torch holder. This is something we were discussing on my community server earlier. Is the fact that in the base game, you can either find the aged torch holders, or you can make brass ones. But there's no other option. Because I added a mod earlier to the server that adds wooden torch holders so you can make once you get into the metal age and can make metal tools. You can use them to make, you know, a saw. Once you have a saw, you can make planks, and then you can use those planks to make a torch holder. Cat is trying to lay on my hand, so I'm trying to use the mouse here. Augustus, what is up with you, bud? What are you doing? Hi. See you. You're good, cat. You don't need to, like, lay on my hand. You can sit in my lap if you want. You want to sit in my lap? Hmm? I know, you've never been a lap cat. Yes, yes. I love you too, Augustus. You're a good kitty. You get up her in the mic for me? Hmm? Yeah? I guess this is our older cat. For those in chat. Here's what's going on. He's decided to be very insistent, getting up on my computer desk, tell me that it is time for him to get pets. Yep, there's our 9th nugget as well. Alright, we're going to pause our panning efforts there for a moment. There we go. Alright, let's make sure I counted this right. Augustus, I can't use the mouse if you're going to smash your face into my hand. Yes, I see you. You're a sweet boy. Yes, you are. Alright, so we got 20, so we can make our pick. Put this stuff away. Oh, we got a gold necklace. We can... Hello, Augustus. There we go. Now we look fancy. Alright, add that in there, put that in there. Do I have enough stuff? I do not have enough stuff to make another basket, sadly. But I do have enough to make a weapon. Alright. You can take the scrap metal, make these scrap metal weapon kits, and get cool things. And today we get... got the scrap club. It's a decent little weapon, not great, but, you know, it gets the job done. I had one on my multiplayer server, called it my whoopin' stick. I was using it to beat drifters. Alright, let's put this, let's get that out of there. There we go. Alright, well, we've made some progress. Still got a ways to go. And apparently we've got to figure out some sort of solution for the large number of goblins that keep wandering into my area. / orcs. But I think we're going to call this episode there, folks. Well, it's not really an episode. This stream there, folks. I want to thank everybody who came and hung out with me tonight. I hope everyone's having a good start of their new year so far. And this has been my Snowball Earth playthrough. A little less snow this time because we fixed the seasons in our last stream of this. Oh, there's a goblin over there. He's hanging out. We started the episode with a goblin on that hill, and we're ending the episode with a goblin on that hill. So, thank you all for joining me. And I think I'll catch you all there later. You all have a great night.